Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Shobo. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. I have survived Easter. I am still tired. I'm going to sneeze. I have done so. Okay. So, hi. I was very busy. I'm glad to still be alive, but I'm very tired, and it does not help when you wake up at 5 minutes before 5 a.m., have to go to the bathroom, claw back into bed, and then can't fall asleep again. That was my morning this morning. I just went on my phone, was on my phone for over an hour, got up at like 6:15 in the morning. My alarm goes off at 7 a.m. I'm supposed to get up at 7 a.m. I've been pretty regularly getting up in the 6 o'clock hour recently, even with daylight savings time happening. It just shifted an hour. It just shifted with the time change, and it keeps falling back again and again and again. Part of this, I think, is because, well, it was Easter, and we have a lot of food, and that's a lot of calories, and I may have been very active, but apparently not active enough to need that much sleep. So that's a thing. Also feeling a little stuffy today for, spring reasons. So, as I said, Easter happened. I got an Easter basket. Everyone got an Easter basket for Easter. I got this guy. The cookies and cream. Oh, there's Mr. Cat. I've got ears. We've got ears up there. I got this for me, just a cheapo cookies and cream bunny. But yeah, everything else. There's a few things in here. Oh my goodness. So we've got some golden eggs, Ferrero Rocher. I've had one of those so far. We've got a Russell Stover raspberry cream egg, and a coconut cream egg, and a Lindt bunny, the small one, and a Reese's egg. Oh yeah, and a couple chocolate hazelnut carrots on sticks. The cats like playing with the sticks. There's a third one. We got the Cadbury cream eggs. There's a couple of those in there, and then a big bag of everything. Yeah, so we've got in this bag, we've got some coins of the world. We've got some Reese's cups. We've got eggs, chocolate eggs, and we have jelly beans. There's jelly beans from Fresh Market. They're whatever creamy blend thingies. I forget the exact name, but it's from Fresh Market. Gotten old-fashioned style, scoop from the bin. So that's the Easter basket that I got for Easter. That's a thing. I've only had the one little thing from it so far because we've just had so much other food. We've had so much other food. Yeah, Mr. Kitty? Yeah. Up there. He also wanted to see what I was doing with that Easter basket. There was just so much other food from Easter itself. So I streamed on Easter. We did a half stream, and glad I did the half stream. Glad that it was only half, if only to have the extra rest before really getting into additional cleaning. Still sore from all that. We did have a guest over. Everything was delayed because everything takes time, and the cooking took time. I made, well, I got the ham prepared and put into the oven, aka opening up the bag of the ham, wrapping it in aluminum foil, and putting it into the roasting pan and into the oven, and then pulling it out of the oven when it was done 2 hours later. That's the extent of the work for the ham. However, I also made mashed red potatoes from red potatoes. What's he doing stretching? What's he stretchies? You coming to my chair? You visiting? There's my boy coming to visit. Yeah. Hi. Oh, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing that he's been doing lately. He's been doing this lately. Paws on my shoulder. Yeah, paw on my shoulder. Yeah, there he is. He's trying to get to my lap. He wants to be on my lap. He wants pets. He'll be up here on my shoulder, and he'll be like right next to my ear, and he'll start purries. He'll start his purries, and he puts all of his weight on my shoulder. Yes, he puts all 14 pounds of kitty on my shoulder. Yes, Mr. Kitty. So, yeah. I did mashed red potatoes. A 3-pound bag of red potatoes. Cut them up into, well, washed them, cut them into quarters, boiled them, and then mashed them with some extra stuff added into it, like some cheese and butter and milk and seasonings, including some crushed red pepper. But I manually mashed it. I didn't use food processor or any of that. I manually mashed it. Tried to use a ricer. We have a ricer. It's basically like a giant garlic press for potatoes. But didn't work too well because the skins were on. Because the whole point of red potatoes is the red potato skins. So it didn't work so well with this red potato skins. So I had to manually mash them. And I got that done. It was fine. It worked out. They are good, but very, very thick. Very, very thick from the cheese. Probably should have gotten dedicated like cream cheese to put into it, but didn't think of that. Cream cheese would have been easier to work with, but oh well. Yeah, and that was the like main of the cooking stuff that I did. But we also had Portuguese style peas, and my mother made a baked spaghetti dish recipe that called it like $1 million spaghetti casserole, I think was the name of the recipe. And yeah, it's just like cook the spaghetti, cook some hamburger, make a mix of cheese mix. It's got cottage cheese, ricotta cheese, and cream and sour cream in it as the cheese blend. And then you put a layer of the cooked spaghetti, the layer of the cheese mix, the rest of the spaghetti, and then the meat over top of it with you add in a bottle of tomato sauce, of the like spaghetti sauce, whatever type of sauce you want to use for the tomato sauce. And yeah, then that bakes until it's about like 30 minutes, and then you add cheese, shredded cheese to the top, and you bake another 15 minutes, and that's that. So that was the main stuff for the dinner. And for dessert we had carrot cake. We found at the I always read the name Harris Teeter. They had $10 full carrot cake. 3-layer carrot cake. The thing is like really tall. It's like really tall. Big round cake it's really nice for $10. The works with it too. They put all the good stuff in that carrot cake. It was really nice. Really nice. Everything there was nice. Our guests came around 5:15. We ate dinner at 7. Oh yeah, we had deviled eggs as well, like deviled egg salad, that sort of stuff too. There was special made gravy for the potatoes as well. So, and of course bread rolls and all that good stuff. All of the everything. It was a major holiday meal. The full on major holiday meal stuff. So, yeah, survived. And you know, I did all this cleaning. I did all this cleaning. I cleaned downstairs. I cleaned the upstairs, the bathroom. Our guest comes and proceeds to stay in the middle section of the house with our dining area, and is there, has food, conversation, leaves. Never once taking a step into the bathroom that I spent all that time cleaning. And neither went upstairs nor downstairs nor anywhere near to see any of this. Yay. But it's done now, so there's that. All right. Well, that was Easter. You enjoy my story for Easter? I'm tired. I'm disillusioned. I don't know what to think. It's just my brain is elsewhere. Yes, and I got my kitty. Oh yeah, the kitties. The kitties I fed before the guest arrived. I fed the kitties right at 5, an hour early. They got their food an hour early. They got it here in this office. And they were so happy to have their food here in the office early. Oh, it was so nice. And they were both with me, and then knock, knock, knock. And they disappeared. Well, I know where both of them went. They both stayed downstairs. I'm happy they both stayed down. They didn't like try to run up to my bedroom. They've gotten a little smarter on that front. So yeah, he went down under the piano I've got here. He went down under there. He sort of like later on was coming out a little bit to at least be with me, but Dolly was just in the den under a chair the whole time and still didn't come out even after he left. So, at least for a little bit. She came out like really later when she knew it was safe, and even then she like was crawling up the stairs all like checking back and forth, all cautious. But yeah, that was a big ordeal for Easter. What else has been going on? There's other things to say and to talk about. What else has been happening? 3D printing is still doing the thing. New month ticked by, so on eBay, because my markdown sale for the previous month ended, I was able to go in and freely edit all of my listings. I now have pink color option for all of my listings on eBay. That being said, I've also done price adjustments on everything across the board, upwards a little bit, and rounded on to the like full dollar, no longer doing the 99-cent thing. And that increase was primarily because eBay, I've been seeing really good results with an increased percentage for their promoted listings standard, which the way that works is the more that you give eBay, the more they promote your listing. And I have it set to dynamically change and update each listing's percentage based off of their recommendations. And I have it capped at 14%. So there are listings that I have a good number of them where if you click on a promoted listing, like if you click that this promoted listing ad spot, if you click that link and make the purchase within 30 days, then I lose 14% of the final sale value for that sale. So there's others that are like the lowest is 9%. But I have seen a significant increase in sales over what I had it set to previously at like 2 to 5% at times. Having it up at the recommended levels or close to the recommended levels because they still want to have it higher than 14%. It has been a significant boost, and yeah, so I needed to adjust my prices accordingly so I can actually absorb some of that a little bit better. If it's going to be like a consistent source for sales and income, I had to up the prices a little bit. So I did it for everything across the board, and yes, it also has the effect of there being more room for discounts and things, and having like bigger numbers for the discounts when and do discounts, which right now there's different discounts on eBay and Etsy. Etsy, just from what I've learned and how it works, is only going to show one discount, even if you have more than one. And yeah, if someone's willing to make a purchase at a given level, there's no point in just giving them a better deal in the cart or like in checkout. There's like no point to that. The whole point is to get people to get to the checkout. So the Etsy one is 20% on a spend of $20 or more. So any item that's over $20 is basically 20% off right now on Etsy. But it's the full sale. So however many items to get to $20, which FYI, for most items that number is 2. For most things, it's 2 items can get you over 20. There's very, very, very few things that 2 wouldn't get you over 20. If it's the same item, you can mix and match the items. It doesn't matter. It's 20% off an order of 20 or more. On eBay, I have a different deal going on. It's a buy 2 get 1 free. So for eBay, the focus is more on the bulk sales and higher volume, more items per sale. So buy 2 get 1 free basically means that, oh yeah, there's going to be 3 items if anyone buys more than 1. Now, that does apply to my whole store, and you can mix and match across the items in my shop. So you buy 2 items, the 3rd item that is of equal or lesser value will be free. And it will always be the cheapest item that eBay will mark as free. So that's that update. There's another update with gaming. I play Star Rail. I'm still playing Star Rail. I'm in the eternal grind for relics there, so I have 0 updates about that. However, I have also been playing Azure Lane, and that is continuing. I'm now at the point where I am a little struggling with oil, the stamina. I'm now subject to the stamina and the recharge rate, and trying to get more stamina as quickly as I can as for free stuff. But yeah, besides that, as I work on upgrading ships and just figuring out mechanics, figuring out how to actually play it, like what to actually do when you're trying to farm maps for drops. Because yeah, I've been making a mistake for a while, using way too much oil when I didn't need to. With bringing in full fleets of ships to farm 3-4 for the super rare drops when yeah, my chips are strong enough I sort of can get away with probably only 2, but I'm using 3 just for safety. And that actually reduces the cost of running the map and for the stamina oil. It's like, oh yeah, I probably could have gotten like 50 more runs in had I known that. Not really 50 more runs, but a lot more runs in had I known that my account was capable of running fewer ships to clear that content. And had I realized that running fewer would be fine and better for farming sooner. But there's also another game. There's another game that just released. That you've probably seen it at this point. It's called AFK Journey. Yeah, that it's a little team-based RPG game with some gacha elements, but you get like everything for free, pretty much. All of the you get the characters without having to pay. It's very, very generous. There is a pulling system in there that you can pay for, but as far as I can tell, it doesn't absolutely seem necessary at this point in time. At the moment. At the moment. There's also like a bajillion codes to get the like diamond currency that they use, premium diamond currency for pulls. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's supposed to be like an idle type of game. It has an idle progress that's constantly going, that gives you experience and gold and just stuff. And you can go in and you can do fights, and that upgrades the amount of stuff that you get per unit time in there. So it's actually really well designed. I like it. The art style is great. And it's available on, it has a Windows client along with being on the phone, which is also really nice. I'm glad that I don't have to use like BlueStacks to play this game. And yeah, I have been enjoying it. And now I've got like 2 games occupying my time on my screen. Between those 2, and then also Star Rail, when I play Star Rail twice per day. It's like, oh yeah, there's actually things to play now. Like, oh my god, there's stuff. Anyway, that is that. It is time for game. I know we've been here for like a while, a hot minute. Game has updated. Game has updated. There were some updates to the Pi suite, of which there are only really 2 things of note. One is that the soil extractor now has pass-through. Fluid pass-through on the soil extractor. Yeah. That changes things a lot. This update did not, this change did not break any existing builds. This didn't break anything. Yes, ooh. This is really nice. What broke things is this. The pump also got pass-through. The pump also got passed through. However, this recipe, this broke. This broke things. The change here broke instances of this recipe. So the first thing I had to do when I logged in today, when I loaded up the save today, and did the update, was I had to immediately go down to my power production to fix the pressured water, because now there's pass through for the water input, but you don't really get that for the pressured water output. Still, it does save a bit of pipe. It saves a bit of pipe here. Just a bit. So that one thing was a breaking change. But I'm still glad that we have passed through on those two buildings now. Very, very, very glad. More pass through is more better. So, how are things? What did we do last time? Last time we made molten copper on the train network, and so today we are going to cast said molten copper. Where is my... yeah, that. We are going to... do I want to do this here? No. Do it. Right there. Sure. Why not? This is a very simple little thing. It's going to need just some hot air, the molten copper, the sand castings, and the borax. It'll look a little bit like that. Just with different names on the stations. Alright, let's get all this stuff placed. I have checked everything else, by the way, with those pressure pumps, and I have fixed every instance of the of pressured water recipes. There's only one other spot that had pressured water for making the subcritical water as part of the depolymerized organics. That is what needed pressured water. That I had to fix. Alright, so we're looking at copper. And I see that I need to build more pumps. Oh boy. Pumpies. Pumpies, I need you. Borax. Sand castings. This is molten copper. And hot air, the hottest of hot air. Well, you know borax. Why you know 15? Huh? Did I not 11? Oh no, I didn't. That explains it a little bit. Just a bit. OmniPy had the correct number of buildings. So I didn't talk about on Sunday the Friday Factorio facts. There really wasn't that much to say outside the fact of, you know, would have been really nice to have the other day those changes to blueprints. They're making it now so that you can adjust the grid like from map view through like hotkey combinations. So you can actually just live adjust from in here to make things align. That would have been really nice when I was making this blueprint with the correct alignment. Would have been very, very nice to have that, but oh well. Oh, yeah, why did you 3 again? Why did you 8 and not 11? Weird. Hello, welcome to the stream. Just tacking on a few extra washers here to actually get the full 15 per second of the borax that I was intending to have. And I am a bit low energy today. I will probably sound like I'm pretty low energy today. There is plenty to talk about, but won't be sounding particularly enthusiastic because I'm just not full of energy right now. Alright, what are we doing? We are making copper, and I will need 1 of these. 1 and exactly 1. Good, perfect position for that. And that is that. Place locomotive with cargo wagon. Give it fuel. Supply depot, full cargo, circuit ignition. Go, be free. Okay. That's that done. Next up is going to be glass. I've actually decided that the next thing we do will be glass. I'm just trying to think of order of operations here. So we want molten glass as much as possible through crushed quartz. Do I have the better recipe yet? No. I want this one. I will make a plan involving that recipe, and we will build what we can currently build with those buildings in place ready for an in-place upgrade. However, this is going to involve some stuff. Yeah. That's what I thought. Oh wow, that's still 20 quartz. Wow. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Alright. Neat. Right. That is totally a thing that you can do in Pi. I completely forgot how that worked. So, Pi has a building called the Pump Jack that has recipes for getting tar and crude oil and raw gas by spending stuff. It also is the intended way, without needing other mods, of getting water anywhere. Now, the stone water well mod that I use is essentially a offshore pump. It is functionally an offshore pump, which means that its water output is modified to be the Omnic water. However, Pump Jack's not an offshore pump, so this recipe is still giving regular water. Meaning that over time, when I get access to good speed modules, it would be better to use the Pump Jacks. If I can speed up Pump Jacks, it would be better to get the water through the Pump Jacks, because as you can see here from this recipe, it's 300 per second of the water when I need more than that, I would have to be putting a lot of very expensive buildings down to use that, when I could do this instead. Which this is a much more efficient way, for now, of getting the water. So what do we need? We need a ball mill. There's our ball mill. We need a lot of washers and soil extractors. Oh, joy. Oh, bliss. That's a few things. That's a few things. And it is only 80 acetylene, which is nice for this particular case. How much acetylene did I end up building? 300, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 300. So my base, my factory on the train network has 300 acetylene per second, which is going to have to be fine, because I will need to spread this glass out a lot. Oh, yeah, the other thing I need to do here is request copper. Rename this M copper. Who? What name? What name is next to name? Liste. So this is Zaz. I am making 4. Alright, that's just enough washers. I will need a significant number more of the soil extractors. Do you have a bunch of those? Yes. Yes, you do. Excellent. What are we doing today? Well, we got the copper plates, and now we're going to be working on glass stuff. The various glass thingies that I can do. However, I am waiting on this tech to actually get the output that I intend to get. So there is that. And I also went over some of the changes that happened in the update to the Pi suite. There were 2 important changes that were made. One is that the soil extractor building now has pass-through for the water. So that's pretty freaking nice. And so does the pressure pump. And that was a breaking change. That was a breaking change. So the input for the water in the pressure pump is a pass-through, but the output is not, and it changed the positioning to right angles on the pressured water recipe here. So I had to physically go down and change, update each of these 3 because, well, they didn't make me any power. Thank you for following on Twitch. Alright, let's see. So I will have to place this at a source of Omnite. Of course, as always and usual. And I think I'm going to actually build this. Ah, yes, and you also missed the whole beginning spiel. Today's beginning stuff was, over 20 minutes long. Just all the Easter updates, all the beginning of the new month updates to the 3D printing stuff, and the games I've been playing, of course. What have I played recently? The very, very short answer is that there is a game called AFK Journey that released just recently, and I started playing that. It has a PC client, as well as a phone client. Nice having something new. They're also, like, going really hard on advertising the thing. So there's a lot of content of it out there right now. They did quite a lot of sponsor deals. Not me, but I understand. So yeah, they've been pushing it. I saw it finally. Like, actually saw it, because I'd seen ads on BlueStacks for it, actually. That's when I first saw it. But didn't really think much of it until one of the streamers I watch had played it as part of a sponsored stream. I was like, oh, this is fine. I'll play that. Another little game I don't have to think too much about when playing. That's sort of been my preference lately. It's like I don't want to really put too much thought into like strategizing. That's never really been something I've wanted to do per se. That hasn't been what my brain wants to do. I like making plans. So if I have the ability to make plans, then I'm probably going to enjoy the game. I say that knowing full well that, you know, there is this game called EVE Online that's sort of like the whole basis of it is making plans and tweaking plans and all that. And that's why I played EVE for a little while. And I did mostly sort of enjoyed the time, but then you realize that that's all it is. If you're not really into PvP, it really is just all. The whole thing is just plans and making plans. And then when you execute the plan, it's like, oh, wait, but there's no, it doesn't have that great of a payoff if you're not interested in PvP. The PvE is awful. It is awful, especially if you're a lone wolf. Like, just, no, nah. If you're not, like, really part of a, like, hardcore group, really into like major group PvE content that exists. If you're part of that, then that's fine. If that's not what you want, then it's not good. It's the regular mission system is utter garbage. Like, just complete trash. Anyway, that and, you know, mining is mining. And there was only... While my brain was able to handle multiple weeks/months of sitting in front of the computer watching line move while mining for 13 hours a day. Eventually, I got a little bored of that. I say this, I had like, that's only how it started. That was like means to an end. I got more accounts for mining, and it becomes more engaging when you have more accounts to have to work with when doing the mining. So you have your mining ship or ships with hauling ships to take what you mine to a station as well. And then eventually I got an account with the big orca ship that buffs all the mining. I had the fleet ship, the fleet, and the logistics fleet for it. Is how far I got with that. Only doing high sec mining. And I had a freighter account. I had a freighter to bulk move the stuff to Jita. to sell everything. I got into it. And that was a long time ago. Eventually, I just didn't want to continue. So this is very different now. I believe that in a build like this, that this pass-through is utterly worthless. Yeah. So, like, I understand part of, like, the intent with this is you could have your line of soil, or, you know, especially of the limestone. You could have your line and you have one pipe hooking up the water to it, and it's easier. It saves a lot of pipe, ultimately. However, what would be even nicer is if washers also had a pass-through. Aligned to the soil extractor. Or even just here. If you made this port like actual water pass-through, this could just be water all the way down. Now we would still need to have the sludge output somewhere, and this is absolutely going to be a breaking change because of that. But you know, it would be really nice. It would be really nice. Because as it stands, it's like I still need to have that line, that pipeline, all the way up. I still save quite a bit of pipe. It's just, you know, not as much as it could be. Have I built this right? 7.5. This is like 8. Yeah. I have built this correctly. Okay, and then this whole thing needs to be rotated. Yuppers. And it needs all the water. All the water in the universe. Okay, where is the water going to live? How much water is needed on each line? 400, 550, 600. Huh? Oh. I don't need that line. So either extend it out or undergrounds. Stuck a tile up or here, put everything in alignment. I think that is the best option. Because then I just walk. And it just works. That is amazing. Alright. Then, power. Let's get that copied. So I know at this moment in time I will not need this because we don't have the ability to use it yet. To use the pure sand that's coming out of this. We don't have the capability at the moment of doing that the recipe for the powdered quartz. But we'll be ready for when we do. We need 14. I think I'd rather you. Yes. I'd rather this, but it needs a few modifications. Because it doesn't need that much belt. Yep. Yippers. Whoops. I do need that. So that means I could tighten this up a bit. Go. There we go. Power. Yikes. What space do I have to work with here? Oh. I have plenty. This is fine, actually. I'll add it. I'll make it 4. It's quite overkill, to be clear, but it'll be fine. It shall be fine. It shall be fine. That's all of that nonsense. Remove that. Replace it. With one of... hello? Hello? Replace with that. Replace with that. Request acetylene at molten glass. Supply molten glass. Hey, go there. Acetylene, acetylene. Bring me all of my acetylene. Right. This first processing step. Five, 10, 15, 20. I'm just gonna go ahead and D-stack at each. Yeah, it uses 2 more, so it's like whatever. 2 more bell boxes. Filter stone to the right. Stack and go. You know, I actually want to have some, space efficiency. That'd be great. Space efficiency is pretty nice to have. I built that gap specifically so that I could have voiding there. And I completely forgot and made that tighter. So now my voiding must go here. Oh well. Oh well, oh well. Oh water well. Okay, then it'll go into this ultimately, but I don't have that recipe yet. And that'll go into 8 of these guys. Ooh, that is not a great spot for that. Okay. 5 should be 10, so... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. (20/8). Two and a half. I will input the pure sand on this side. And the other stuff on the other side. Though the other stuff is only half a unit. So that we'll use in suttas. In sutting. That will be that. As soon as we get that tech done, we will have the molten glass from that recipe. Now, holes what's? Oh. Right. It's a great thing I looked. I just need to shift that to, like, there. It's a great thing that I, you know, check these things. Huh. 'Cause, yeah. I wanted that output to be that side. Now it should be nice and easy. Well, I was gonna sneeze again. I felt it. I felt it, and now it's gone. It faded. It faded away into nothing. All right. So, we quote-unquote have glass. Molten glass. To the tune of 100 per second of the molten glass. Now you can sort of see that, that's a bit of infrastructure for 100 glass, huh? For 100 molten glass, that's a little bit of infrastructure. Let's see how far this goes. All right. Say I want 15 glass. Well, if I use hot air, I would have to spend 107. So how far does this glass go? This molten glass go? Not even one factory's worth. And then let's not forget there's also the empty Petri dishes that we are also going to need a lot of, ultimately. Was also going to do that with hot air. Oh, look, that's 375 molten glass with 225 acetylene. I don't even have enough acetylene for that. And 375 hot air. If doing the hot air recipe, otherwise I would need even more hot molten glass. More of that molten glass. And then there's glassware. Oh yeah, we're gonna want the belt, but we get a better recipe with boron trioxide for that. The boron trioxide recipe, that cuts it to 360 for 15. That also being said, we don't need 15 at the moment. We would be able to get away with like 5. By the time I do this, I will have this recipe. However, we're going to need the rubber and the boron trioxide from boric acid, which is free. Let's be honest, that stuff is free completely. And that's not the end, though. We also have the optical sets. These guys. Now, these guys, yeah, like, don't need a bell to these. Don't really need a bell to those. But they still need boron trioxide as well. That's why I usually do this with the glassware, because they share ingredients between the two of them, but I also want to keep things distributed, so each of these will be its own factory. So let's do some math. 125 plus 120 plus 375 plus 107. 727 molten glass. Huh? So 800 molten glass, huh? So, that entire thing, this whole thing, 8 of it total. Eight of this. Times 31 megawatts. It's 200, around 250-ish megawatts. So that's fine, but that's before the, yeah, acetylene. That alone is 640 acetylene. I'm making 300, plus 64.2, plus 225, plus 30, plus 37.5. 1,000. 996.7. 1,000 acetylene. So of course the big one here is glassware, is these empty petri dishes. Can we get away with less, with fewer units per second of production of these? Yes. We can get away with 5 for now. Could we get away with even less? Probably, but I wouldn't be comfortable with that. The whole idea with a lot of this, even cutting things down to just 5 on everything, the whole point is I don't really care so much to go back and redo builds later. I wanna like make sure I have enough of the stuff. It's I generally overbuild, but with the glass, it's really punishing to overbuild. It's a lot. It is a lot. Thank you so much for following the channel. So now we're looking at 35.7 plus, and I haven't even looked at the hot air, 125 plus 120 plus 125. So now it's 405.7. Why does it have to be 5? Why can't we just have a whole number value? Because it would have been nice just to have 4 of this. Oh well. Oh well. Let's just move on with our lives. So I'll need more of the everything as I work on these things, but I will only build these things when I need these things. For now, I need glass, so I will do the glass factory. First, though, I will like hook up pipes and treat this as if it's done. Just know that I will need to come back and set these last recipes to actually have the molten glass. All right, I need a locomotive. Locomotives. Oh, you're building shafts slowly. So how are things? Everything is good thus far. I hear there is a cat behind me. There is an ollie. I see the bulge. I see the bulge behind me of the ollie cat. He is comfy kitty today as I am tired. My eyes don't say that they're tired. They're not telling me that they're tired, but the rest of my body is telling me that it is tired. As is my voice telling me that I'm tired. Like the energy level is low. The coffee too, cause yeah, for Easter and like the day before Easter, I added extra coffee to make it through, and so now, of course, the rebound from that as well. Yay. When you reduce your coffee intake, you're not gonna feel that great. Okay. Let's define that. Molten and depot. Molten. Yeah, so in the Pi block series that we finished before this series, I didn't have much to complain about with the glass over the course of the save of that entire series. I didn't have that many complaints about the glass because I could make as much quartz as I wanted, local to where I needed to process it. I also went out of my way and built a massive amount of the glass stuff. I built at huge scale from the start, and it was not a problem again. I think I had to scale a couple things here and there, and I did downsize over time. Still, it was really nice not having to think about it again. However, I do realize that that was time that I could have spent doing other things. And if I'm not going to spend as much time doing off-screen work in this particular save, then or on this particular playthrough, I will absolutely need to be thinking about what is the best use of my time at any given moment. You beat the base game. Congratulations. What should you do next? You're looking at K2 SE, mentions of another mod pack. K2 SE. Oh, I would. Yeah, K2 SE is a bit ambitious. Space exploration. A little bit ambitious for your first foray into the modding stuff. If you like that kind of thing, sure, go ahead. But K2 is a good introduction to modding. Most, though, because K2 is somewhat newer, a lot of the older veteran players will have done Bob's or Bob's Angels, because those were like among the first of the overhauls. Well, Bob's first, then Angels built on top of it. So that was like the go-to, and is still an incredibly popular pairing. It's just those are very, 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 very popular. And a majority of people, I think, have played that particular combination at some point or another. So I would say that of the overhaul mods, at some point you will want to do a Bob's Angels, or a pure Bob's or a pure Angels. Though the pure Angels thing is a recent development, it was not able to be played independently initially. It needed Bob's, but now it does not. As I said, K2 Factorio is definitely a great introduction. Space exploration with K2 definitely overhauls the entire experience, because space exploration by itself really comes into play like later game. It does a bunch of adjustments to the path to utility science and space science, but the whole point of it is after space and like in space and all that stuff. And it has a lot of mechanics that if you're not really comfortable or proficient with using combinators, it's going to be exceedingly frustrating. And I hate dealing with having to set up fresh combinators, so I find it exceedingly annoying. It also has a whole bunch of mechanics that destroy your stuff without recourse for a while, well before you have a source of recourse. So that's always a pain in the ass. and why I fundamentally hate that mod. Just it's straight fundamental hatred of space exploration. I will not be streaming that mod. Ever. Never, ever, ever will I ever stream space exploration. Yeah, Bob's Angels is nice. Very, 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 very nice. And it is pretty balanced as well. It's really, really good. There's also Space Extension that you can play with Bobs and Angels. Yeah. There's the rockets crashing as well. That's completely random without any recourse to prevent it. There's random environmental hazards. There's robot attrition that you have to play with because FU. That will destroy your robots randomly over time. So you always have to be replenishing your robots. It's a lot of mechanics that exist purely to annoy you and for no other reason. And that you cannot disable. So I'm just not going to play it. Like, if that's how you want it to be, then I'm not going to play it. Pretty simple calculation. At Glaz. There we go. I don't care about the severity of it. The fact that it happens at all is unacceptable. I don't enjoy planning around and having to build around bullshit mechanics. And they're straight up bullshit mechanics. I'm not going to play with bullshit mechanics. Doesn't matter how severe or not severe they are. I'm not going to play with them. Full stop. I'm not playing with them. And if the Factorio expansion comes out and we cannot turn off damage from the lightning and other environmental hazards that they may add to the other planets that they're releasing in this expansion, then I'm not going to buy or pay or play the expansion. Like, there needs to be the ability to turn this shit off. Like, I do not care what your intent is behind having those mechanics. If they destroy my shit, I need to be able to turn it off. I don't care that they act as a way of restricting where you can build. That is a restriction in a game designed around being a sandbox and open and not having these types of restrictions. Anyway. Stuff and things. So that'll be That'll be glass. And wouldn't you know it? Speak of the devil. Now that is my alarm indicating that we are, in fact, halfway through today's stream. And it is time to take a brief break. So with that, we're going to take a brief break. I'm going to get up, stretch my legs. We'll be back in just a few minutes. I returned. Welcome back. Little stretch, getting comfy. What is this? Wuthering Waves. Pre-registration begins. Official release coming soon. News. Wuthering Waves. New gacha game. Open world action RPG in the vein of Genshin Impact. Set for official release on May 22nd. Pre-registration is now available. Yay. They announced that recently. I did see that already. But now they're sending out everyone who had email notifications about it the email notification about it. Right. Now that is another one of those games that I've been looking to try out. Woo-wah. Everyone keeps calling it woo-wah. Or Withering Waves. And by all accounts, it is just strictly better than Genshin Impact. It's definitely getting comparisons and compared to that game. And the developers are listening to aspects where people are criticizing it for being worse in specific areas than in Genshin Impact. They are listening to any criticisms from all their tests that they've done and are making lots of changes to improve the game for everyone. Unfortunately, that may mean that they may be overcorrecting on things because people are dumb and people are idiots. And there are things that do need to be there despite complaints that say otherwise. And my fear is that they will change so much that the game won't end up actually being fun because it will be designed by committee, as in designed by people playing it rather than the developers themselves. And we'll see how it ends up. How it ends up doing. In the end. I'll try it out. It may be a bit too sweaty for skill requirements, but for my taste, but we'll see. We shall see. Because apparently there are people who were in the test that were able to beat the hardest content types that they had available with the free characters and leveled very lowly as well, because it hinges a lot on damage mitigation through dodging and completely mitigating taking damage. So as long as you're playing perfectly, you can absolutely beat the things without needing a great, jacked account. Though I'm pretty sure that you're still gonna want to have some strong characters and built characters and built well, and just to, not have all that anxiety of having to play perfectly every single freaking time you need to fight a boss. That would be nice. It's fine to have the option to play that way, but, just let me build the account so that it's easier. I mean, that's literally how Dark Souls does difficulty. If it's too hard for you, then just level up, get better shit, enhance your gear, make it better, and it gets easier. Go do something else for a while, and then come back in the game, do other things in the game, and go back to that challenge later when you're stronger, more ready for it. That's how the Dark Souls series does things. Although I will admit, the only Dark Souls game that I beat without cheating is Elden Ring. I played through Dark Souls 3, but I did help cheats. I just wanted to experience through the end on it. I didn't want to take forever just to grind my way stronger. But Elden Ring, that I played through. I played through it, the whole thing. Because there are ways of, grinding experience that are super easy and accessible early enough in the game. I spent a long time shooting chicken. And those who play Elden Ring will know exactly what I mean by that, who've done this, that specific thing. You'll know exactly what I mean when I say I spent a whole lot of time shooting chicken. There is a specific location that you can get access to relatively early on, where you can just there's a site of grace that you can like reset the map at, like right there. You get up, you go like right to the edge of a cliff. You take out like a crossbow or a bow, and you shoot a chicken, and then it runs at you and runs off a cliff and kills itself. And it does that. You get the runes for it, and you sit down, you get up, you shoot it again, it falls off the edge, and you just do that over and over and over and over and over again. Just shooting the chicken and making it run off the edge and end up killing itself. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. A little experience thing. The very, very easy farm. Experience farming place. There's others, like really early on there's like this a ball that appears to try and kill you that you can very easily dodge, that gives you a whole bunch of experience points. And what's even funner is when that ball ends up spawning as a as the golden eyes version of it, and it ends up just randomly giving you a whole bunch of more experience when it dies. Did you know that that's a mechanic in Elden Ring? That there is a gold eye and a red eye mechanic. Any enemy in the game, including bosses, can spawn with red or golden eyes. And if they have red eyes, then they have a higher item drop chance when you kill them. And if they have golden eyes, then they give you 5 times the experience for killing them. 5x more runes when you kill them, when they have the golden eyes. This is separate from enemies that are afflicted with frenzy flame. They will have the yellow flame of frenzy in their eyes that is specifically and very different from yellow, like golden glowing round eyes. Such a subtle difference. It's very difficult to tell that it is a difference, but it is a difference. There is a difference between them. Ah, goodness gracious. Yeah, I played Elden Ring for a while. Could you tell? Can you tell that I am a person who has played Elden Ring? It is a good game. Am I going to play the expansion? Most likely not, because I'm not going to pay that much money for it. Slash, I'm not in a point where I'm interested in paying for a game, let alone an expansion for a game. Anyway, yeah. How many hours did I have in Elden Ring? Only 78.1 for one playthrough that I did. Only 78.1. I didn't break 100 hours. What am I doing next? The Petri one, the glassware one, and the optical set one will be that's the thing. Yeah. We'll do all of the things that eat up all of the glass. Yepper peppers. Just eat up all of my glass here while I'm at it. Yes, they're all going to be separate factories. Every single one of them. Oh, all trees must die. What is with all these trees? Goodbye, trees. Trees are not welcome here. I say that and I'm using up all of my termite ammo with this. Unfortunately, termite ammo needs circuits. So I shouldn't really be spending this all willy-nilly like this, but whatever. Doing all this is part of trying to get circuits on the train network. Like, I would not be comfortable with moving on until I have circuits on my train network. Because in that process, I'm going to be making batteries and making rubber for those circuits. So I'll have, like, most, if not all of the stuff that's on my bus now will be on the train network by the time I get the circuit ones on it. Now, the only stuff that's going to be missing is the stuff that's for, like, logistics science. There it goes. There it goes. No more. No more of that. Instead, I have to, yeah, that. Deconstruction orders. Use the other ammo. Now it fills up my inventory. Great. I'll still need a lot of, like, alien life stuff, but close enough to being done. It's like, we're not even done with the metals yet. We're not even done with metals yet. I still need to make the, still need, like, the zinc, the nickel, chromium, niobium. Need all that stuff still. But hey, at least we've got iron and steel and copper. Oh yeah, and I need aluminium. I need the, yeah, I need the, like, stone bricks and concrete. That'd be nice. Lead, titanium. Those are needed. Tin. Tin is probably next, actually. The next metal I do. And we're going to be doing this together because at this moment in time, I pretty much have, like, zero desire to play Factorio between streams. Yeah, at this moment in time where my brain is elsewhere with other games that I've started playing. Yeah, we're going to be experiencing this together. That is 8. Yes, yes. So I hope you enjoy the ride, because it is going to be a ride. I was not joking when I said that this process of getting everything onto the rails will take longer than it took to get here in the first place. The playtime, the actual playtime will more than double through this process. However, by doing this process, we will be set up for the long game. The late game and mid game will be completely set up and won't have to think about it, like, ever again. For in some instances, not all of them, but a good chunk of them we won't have to even think about again at all. Most of it we will, though, just because it's just because we're going to need to downsize for performance eventually. And there will be some things we'll need more of, but yeah. This is the opportunity to scale for the mid-game at minimum. And I will absolutely be taking the opportunity to scale for the mid-game and scale for Circuit 2s and beyond. Well, I guess that's hot air. That's acetylene, and that's molten. You know what? We're not gonna bother naming things now. That one's hot air, and that one's acetylene. think I am now done with the naming of the things. I know it's messy to do it this way, but it is going to save literal hours of my time over the course of the playthrough by not taking the time to rename all those stations. There are going to be thousands of stations, of requester stations, and yeah. Naming all of them takes a while. And I'd rather be playing the game. Yes, that's the empty petri. Let us define things. Oh, I didn't define the glass either, so we'll start with glass. Next. So what we're waiting on here is quartz processing stage 2. Hello, Mr. Cat. That's not the one. That's the one. Hello. Hello, cat. Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? Oh, where are you going? Where are you going, Mr. Kitty? Oops, I clicked away. Oh no. There it is. Hi. Hello, Mr. Kitty. Hi, Ollie. Ollie. Yeah. Hey, Ollie. I have a brush. I have a brush today. I have commandeered the brush because you need brushing. You always need brushing. You're gonna be such a pretty baby. You're gonna be such a pretty baby getting your brushings. Oh, and you're gonna feel so soft, so much softer. Yeah. So I've had to commandeer this brush from the living room because we needed to move things. We needed to move stuff away for our guest for Easter, and it ended up in the den. But also, Mr. Kitty here, Mr. Cat, who is now on my keyboard. Come on, Mr. Kitty. Mr. Cat here is shedding a lot, and I need to get that off of him as he sheds the winter coat specifically at this point in time. Oh, he's such a pretty boy, you know. It'd be nice if we could actually see the pretty boy getting his brushings. Yes. Oh, it feels good, doesn't it? Yes. It feels good. He already gave me his belly to get the brushing. Yes, to get this brushing. Yes, it feels good for the kitty. But he doesn't get his brushing when this was at the sofa, because I'm not at the sofa, so he's not at the sofa ever. Just simple things. So I have to take it to where he is to actually use it, because, and this is the point, he has started to throw up hairballs. Now there's hair flying everywhere. He did throw up a hairball yesterday. In fact, yesterday morning, he threw up hairball. And yeah, cats are not supposed to actually throw up hairballs. They're supposed to be able to pass what they get in through grooming. They're supposed to be able to pass it without issues. If there's issues, it's likely because they're getting too much in than what their body can handle, too much too quickly. So at least that's my thought, is that it's too much too quickly. It's a period in time in which he's shedding as we change seasons. Therefore, he needs brushing. If he's getting brushed, You might not have the hairballs anymore. You know? Like, simple solution. Just brush him. Stupid. If you don't want the cat to have hairballs, just brush them more often. I know, shocking, right? Make it so that they don't have as much of the, like, loose fur that ends up going down their throat whenever they bathe. You take out all that loose fur for them by literally bathing them with the brush for them, doing it for them. It's not going to be as much going inside when they do it. Gives the body time to process what they do get down. Because either way, they're going to be ingesting their own hair. Like, that's just going to happen. But just want to, you know, try to take the edge off. How much goes in? Hopefully make it so that we have to clean up fewer hairballs. Not as big of an issue with Dolly, though. Dolly's thrown up, and she does regularly throw up, but it's not generally hairballs. It's from her own stupidity. Sometimes she overindulges on dry food and throws up the dry food that she just ate because she ate too much too quickly. Sometimes there's that. Ah, yes, I will need rubber. Neither of these is a great spot for that. Yeah, 90 is not going to cut it. So you'll be optical sets then, for now. I will need coke. I need borax for the boric acid and the ability to make it. Yeah, Dolly gets enough brushing. She goes to get brushing. He doesn't. This guy doesn't go to get his brushing. So that's why I need the brush here. Yeah, Mr. Cat staring at me, still with like loose fur all over him. You need a lot of brushing, and I need to clean that brush actually. The brush itself is full of fur. I need to de-fur the brush so I can de-fur the cat. De-loose fur the cat. Yeah, but you are softer. As fur is flying, I see it flying in the air. She will go for dried up pieces of cheese on the floor, and occasionally she will end up throwing up the pieces of cheese that she ate off the floor that had been sitting. Why are there pieces of old cheese on the floor? One of the ways in which my mother engages with the cats is during breakfast, where she has cheese, brick cheese, and she breaks off little pieces and likes watching Mr. Cat chase the cheese in the morning. And Mrs. Cat will sometimes come too and eat the cheese, but they usually have it fresh to chase and play and eat some of the little bit of the brick cheese in the morning. But what ends up usually happening is Mr. Cat does not actually really eat the cheese. He's more interested in playing with the cheese. This will be the end. Over there somewhere. So then later on, in the evening, Mrs. Cat will come by, and she'll see little pieces of cheese on the floor and decide that she wants to eat them. Or even like during the day, she'll decide that she wants to try eating them. Little bits of hard, really hard, dried out old cheese. And they go flying everywhere because he's playing with them and they just go places. It just goes. I need electrolyzers. It goes everywhere. Boric, diborane. And that stuff too. And Wawa. Whatever. And this could be tightened up a bit, but I don't really care right now. Borax. Red Hot Coke. More Wawa. Okay. Vent. Give me... voiding. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of void. Here. Whatever. And boilers. Boiler, boiler, boiler. See, he's grooming now. Did you know that brushing / petting your cats is akin to grooming? That's why they'll start. That's why they'll start licking and grooming as you're petting. Because it's the same feeling as being licked. So like, oh, they just go like, oh, it must be that time. Okay, that's another little slight issue that I have with this game. You can't undo changes to the inserter layout. And that's a mod thing, really, it's not the game itself, it's the mod thing. If I hit Control Z, I can't undo the change that I've made to the inserter. If I've pasted the wrong setting to the inserter, I can't undo that. I have to manually rechange it to what I want it to be. Anyway, yeah, so Coke. So, do I really want this to be the optical sets, or could I bake it into the other thing? I think I can make it into the other thing. The issue is that the other thing needs 5 boron trioxide. Oh! I should do that. I should do that instead. This should just be boron trioxide. What am I thinking? Duh. Duh. It's, yeah. Alright, well, if this is gonna be that, I need to rebuild this completely. Because all this crap needs to be like over here. Since I need 3 of this total. Alright. And then I need the inputs. Whatever, that's fine. Hello, cat. Okay, now how much more am I going to need? Because I'm gonna guarantee at this point that I'm gonna need another boiler at least. 2. Yes, it is precisely 2 things that I need here. 2 boilers are required. And that is that. Yep. Now, that is a lot of boric acid. 50 is more than one of these. maybe not that much. How much do I need? 5 and 2. Hmm. Huh? Can't help but notice that's a few electrolyzers, huh? I need a few electrolyzers for this. Also, again, only need 1 of this. Alright. Back down to 1. You know, this is built a little better. Still though. $20. I have never before, like, genuinely considered getting hydrogen in a different way from electrolysis to try to save on the power draw of the electrolyzers, as well as the number of buildings that they use. But yeah, it's 20 hydrogen per second per building at Mark 1. Which is really slow. Which is actually really, really slow. Just thinking about that for a second. Is that not like really, really, really slow? The syngas thing is the only other option, but you need like 600 of this stuff to get the 400 hydrogen. There's like no other real option here, by the way. It's like not an option ultimately. I have to do this. The only other ways are worse by a considerable margin. Until I get this tech, maybe with this tech it might be more reasonable. Maybe here. Oh, but it's a bit of the crude oil from Omnistan. It's exactly 1200 Omnistan. Wow. But you can see the infrastructure there is still more buildings overall. I have 2 buildings left. Wait, how many? How many? 5. I need iron. Yeah, so this factory has evolved. It is now a, where's my personal? There. It is now a boron trioxide factory. It will probably be making local borax, because moving that much borax would be awful, but I don't really have a great local source of the of the Omnite. So, yeah, there's that. How much syngas am I making? What was this factory? $1,000. I am so glad, so very glad that I thought ahead and that I built the 1,000 syngas factory. I am so relieved to have built the 1,000 syngas factory and that I have 1,000 syngas produced, because it makes it so that I can actually quite easily scale this to 15. If I wanted to get the like 3,000 boric acid and the 200 syngas there, like that 200 syngas is meaningless. I've got 5 times that being produced right now. So even at 15, this is fine. I'm gonna keep it at 6 and 1,200 boric, particularly because 1,200 is like a good upper limit for pipe's throughput. Generally speaking, yes, it can go higher with really short distances, but like non-pump distance travel, this is the usual cap that I think of. Just 1,200. So I'm at the mall so that I can pick up iron and make additional electrolyzers. Oh yeah, because trying to scale this up would mean that I would need an extreme amount more of thingies. Oh, and I need more washers as well. Just a few of those. I didn't see anything pop up about not having enough materials for those. I need an extra thing for water, because I will need actually a full 1,200 1-to-1 water. And yeah, I should local borax. I should local. Also, do I have what I... Of course not. I'm tired of the flashy light at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna have to find some circuits to steal. Make a few of these. Since I'm not making them in the mall. Not right now. I should, though. Yeah, I should. I only have one of these. Great. Maybe not. We have begun quartz processing, stage 2 tech. It needs 600 science packs processed of logistics science. However, I don't think the issue is the logistics science. It is the automation science. Oh boy. Oh, joy Opalus! The limiting factor is, in fact, the triple of the automation science. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing about Pymons. Science requirements scale rather largely over time. Oh, that's not even aligned. Okay, yeah, build those. Like a stack only, so you're not eating too many circuits at a time. Anyway, I wanna get rid of the alert here about those 4. And then I must not forget to wire. Okay. I believe I have wired all of the things that need the wire. That would be bad if I didn't have the things that need the wire. Okay, down we go. I have everything? Yes. Da da dee dee da da dee 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 dee. All right. Thinking. Thinking. Processing. Get that back. Oh yeah, 17. We need to do some pipe work. Alright, I will need a full 1200 water from this. Which means that I will need 2. I will need 2 doest of doohickeys to get that full amount. Oh, that's only 1152. Never mind. I will still need 2, but I'll need 2 of you. Neat. Have I placed all those pipes up there? Yes. Okay, these. Oh, yay. I have the full 20. Okay, that. More pipes. Whatever. Wawa. We need another. Badawawa. Okay. How much water is that? 600. That's fine. I believe, yes, we'll have enough for that. Alright. We need the borax input here. Okay, I'm gonna trim that off. Borax input will be over here, I guess, just because it's in the way. Yes, I absolutely needed to place those manually just because my mod that's supposed to do it automatically does not seem to work with these buildings. Okay, every 4. I know this isn't all that impactful right now, but it's gonna be much more impactful later. For performance reasons. Yeah, that's right. I will need the same amount in. So I'll have to do this a little differently. Whee! That's one way to do it. That is a number that is less than 15 on the products. I can sort of feel myself waking up just a little bit, but goodness, it's taking forever. you. Or you. I don't suppose it really matters. Don't really suppose that that matters. Oh, it's the Red Hot Coke. Hello, Red Hot Coke. I'm sort of bringing you, like, right next door. It's like I'm bringing you right up here. There's the supply of Red Hot Coke. There's the supply station. There's a Red Hot Coke belt line. There's a request for Red Hot Coke right there. Requesting. Supplying. It happens. But it needs, I need to have it this way so that I can potentially copy and paste this whole thing somewhere that's not so close to the Red Hot Coke production. Need to be able to copy paste to somewhere else later. Or at least I want the ability to do so, even if I don't end up doing so ultimately. Which may happen, in all fairness. Which it may not. I may not need to do another one of these. At least not anytime soon. Or by the time I do need another one of these, well, then I can upgrade in place what I have to something more efficient, and then I'd be, like, redoing the whole thing anyway. Yeah, I think that's actually more likely. I think that is more likely than not. Oh, this doesn't stack, does it? Right. There goes that plan. At least it's short travel. Look, I need more pumps. There we go. You know, I'd hope if the syngas was actually on the way. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely wonderful if the syngas was actually on the way. Hey, big boy. Here's my boy. My baby. Baby Ollie. Baby Ollie. Here's my boy. Yes, it's 5-1. The default value is 5-1. The mod for deadlock stacking does allow you to pick other values just as part of the settings, but 5-to-1 is what it's been designed for, from what I can tell. It seems like it has been designed specifically for the 5-to-1 ratio. In particular because, and it works out because it will then divide the stack size by that number, by the compaction ratio, to determine what the stack size of the compact item is, because it tries to maintain a 1-to-1 between stacked material and unstacked material for unit density in a stack. It tries to maintain the same unit density per stack. So if you have things that, you know, can't be evenly divided by 10, say, if you increase the stack size, that causes issues. It causes issues. It does not like when you do that. It does not like trying to do that. Or if you try to set it to some random arbitrary value, it will probably not work all that well. Most of the time it should work with things like 5. Probably not 2, because sometimes I could see there being a stack that is normally 5. Or a normal stack of items of, say, you know, these empty barrels. Well, that base stack size is 5. You can't really, if you wanted to have a stacking recipe for empty barrels, and I don't think that there is, yeah, you can't really divide by 2. If you set it to 2 or 3 or 4, it has to be 5, and it wouldn't really work if it's 10 either. So, yeah, that's a thing. I think it's in startup settings for deadlock, stacking belt boxes, and compact loaders. Stack size 5. Yeah. Not recommended to change it in existing saves because stacked items will lose inventory density when this is configured to a number their stack sizes don't divide evenly by. Yeah. You will lose inventory density because it must round down, apparently. Okay. You need fuel. There you go. Destroy that crushed stone, please. Pleasey. Destroy the crushed stone. Oh, right. I missed a step. Oopsie. Whoopsie-doodle. I missed a step. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there is an extra step. It's called washing. I have to wash the dang things first. Oh boy. I was distracted. I was not actually distracted at that moment in time, but still. Yeah, we need like 12 washers. Washers and electrolyzers are the exact same size. Therefore, I can use the exact same infrastructure as the diborane. Same thing, but reversed. Wawa. Again. Again. You like that baby from Dinosaurs? Again. Growing up, that was one of my favorite shows to watch. Really enjoyed it. Still got a tape or two around, an actual VHS tape around or two of dinosaurs. Need to go watch that again sometime. I don't really remember that much of it. There's a few episodes that I watched a lot because we had them on VHS that I remember somewhat, but no, I don't think I've seen the whole thing. Maybe I have. I just don't remember all of the things. I remember some of the things though. Okay, that should be that. You know, that should be that. That should be the Boric, 1200 Boric. And now I just gotta get the 18 high pressure furnace placed. Pressure furnaces placed. Maybe not a set of 18, but like 2 sets of 9 that are, you know, abutting like that with a central line. There we go. Boogers. Go. Ta-da! All that at the end, that's what I wanted out of all this. That was the point. We have finally reached the point! God forbid I need more of this stuff at some point. I'm gonna need more of this stuff at some point. That point is not now, but I will eventually need more of this stuff. Yes, that. Okay. just because we're at that 1200 per second, what I'm going to do is I am going to add a pump or two. Where are my pumps? Pumps! Just to be sure that we can have that throughput down the line. And you know, we need enough of the coke in as well. And this is precisely 18, okay. We need to use all 18, so if we see red lights, that's a little bit of a throughput issue, yeah, like right there. So what? Oh, we need the full 100% output of this machine, which means I need another one of those. How much do we need? 30. Yeah, I was short on pressure pumps, and hey, wouldn't you know it, that's something new today. This is the new way we can do this if we so desired. Pressure pumps now pass through. Isn't that glorious? Saving me pipes. Just a few pipes saved on this day. S. Boron trioxide. Depot boron trioxide. I mean, I think people should have expected that the end of the series for dinosaurs would be, you know, the end of the dinosaurs. I really don't think that that's something that should have been like a surprise. That if they were going to end the series for dinosaurs, that it would be, you know, the end of the dinosaurs. But the way that they did it is they made it into a social commentary about climate change. Which some people didn't like, but, you know, I was young enough, I didn't really care, because I hadn't experienced anything like that to that point quite yet, because I was actually just a child at that time. But anyway. Stuff and things. Stuff and things. It left me with sayings such as, we're going to need another Timmy to say until the end of time. Pearl, I believe, was one of the names of one of the characters. I forget. Next, glassware and optical set factories that are going to use up this boron trioxide. Well, that's pretty simple, so let's try to get that done. That's a solid and 3 fluids. But yeah, probably gonna need more of these. Glorious storage tanks. Buh. Trees. All trees must die. Yeah. So here's the thing, Factorio. We're sort of doing, like the whole thing. The all trees must die. This is sort of what led to the whole ending of dinosaurs, the show. Because you know that was the whole deforestation thing, climate change, all that good stuff. Pump. Pumpages. Molten glass. Acetylene. Alene. Hot air. Yeah, so I have what's known as nowhere near enough of the hot air for my needs and my desires. I'll need to scale that too at some point. Definitely not enough for all this glass-based stuff. There is another thing that's trioxide. It's the moly trioxide and a boron trioxide dust. But we're pretty good for now. Bop, 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 bop. There you go. Apply optical sets. Depot optical sets. Locomotive and cargo wagon. Fine. Okay. From here, the plan. So the next logical thing is the glassware. As we saw, glassware, in order to get the glassware, we need to have rubber. We need to have rubber in not insignificant amounts. And we need rubber for the bus, too, or the mall area as well. We need rubber for stuff here, infrastructure here. In fact, I need it for making belts for my transport belts in particular. And there's a recipe for engine units as well in the thing, but I don't have the engine units here yet. So, next step is rubber. An amount of rubber. We have now a better rubber recipe that is able to give us a bit more per unit latex. It's now 2 rubber per latex, as long as you can provide the organic solvent for it. Carbon black is just carbon black, and we'll have to figure out all the anthracene oil for that, because 500 tar is a lot of tar. Excuse me, 320 tar is still a lot of tar. Polybutadiene also requires titanium, so we're going to have to do titanium step 1. Step 1 is the titanium. Goodness. Ultimately, the better aromatics recipe to use here will be this one. Cold water slurry is made out of, tailings, which is tar. So in order to get 375 aromatics, it would be 2,500 tar through benzene aromatics. God, they really destroyed that balance. They destroy that, or it could be 1313 here, which this is the most convenient way. And organic solvent is going to be, that stuff. Which one? Naphthalene? No. Anthra? Anthra, yes. We overproduce anthra if we need to get organic solvent through this method. We are not going to bone meal olefin. We are not going to bone meal olefin. That would be a disaster, utter disaster. Then this is only out of middle oil only out of, I'm sorry, what? Naphthalene? Nope, not naphthalene. Not naphthalene. Carbolic. Okay. If we do all this, it overproduces carbolic. 2,390 tar. So this is the next mega project, essentially. And then, of course, there's that whole 7.5 latex thing. We're doing 5. we're doing 5 rubber. That's what we're gonna do. But first we have to come up with 2.5 latex. Oh boy, like everything about it is fine except for this little bit right here. This little bit. This little dude right here. Yeah, this thing. This guy. This guy right here. Yeah, that guy right there. That guy right there. We'll figure it out. I might have to do the food. If I can do the food, maybe. But yeah. So things are going to be large scale. I'm gonna need a lot of scale of things going forward, but we're gonna figure that out next time. We're gonna work on stuff to get into rubber starting next time, I think. Yeah, we have reached the end of the stream. Over the course of the stream today, we got into stuff. I have to like delay another at least minute here because Twitch decided to run ads here at the very end of the stream. Over the day today, we set up copper plates at the beginning. We converted the molten copper into plates that we did last time, and then we proceeded to go and build a factory that would make molten glass when I get the tech that is currently teching right now. Once that ticks over, we will have the molten glass. And then I went and we've been building factories that use the molten glass. So we set up glass, and we set up a factory for empty petri dishes. Then proceeded to set up a factory making specifically boron trioxide, and have come here now to have the optical sets, leaving one more glass-related thing being glassware, which needs rubber stoppers, which needs either to have latex or rubber, which the better method is rubber, because rubber can now be made 2 units of rubber per latex. So we will need latex, which means we will need Rauch or formic acid, etc. And down the rabbit hole we go for getting into glassware. And that is where we will start off next time, is going into that rabbit hole of what are we going to need to do to get the Rauch at scale. I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been a Talk Show. If you've enjoyed the stream today, do all the social stuff down below. I will be back with more on Thursday. I hope to see you all then.